Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Atul Bhatnagar, CEO of Cambium Networks. Today we have a very exciting announcement of new upcoming Cambium Wi-Fi products under the banner of Flexible Adaptive Architecture. And as you know, our product line on Wi-Fi is called CNPilot. First of all, I want to thank you, all of you, who have really given us momentum. Last 4.5, 5 years, Cambium has really accelerated phenomenally well, and thanks to all your efforts and your encouragement. Before we go into details, let me share with you the agenda for next hour or so. I'll give overall introduction of Cambium, Cambium journey, vision, key milestones, and really what we focus on, just about 10 minutes or so. Then Vibhu Vivek will come, who's our Senior Vice President of Products, and he will get into the flexible adaptive architecture of CNPilot. And then Judy McCall, Judy leads our North America Wi-Fi channel. She will talk about some of the channel programs and how you can participate. Then Puneet Bhatta, Puneet is our Senior Director of Engineering for Cambium Networks. Puneet will talk about some of the Wi-Fi details and give a demo of some of our capabilities. And then Ray Savage will come at the end and coordinate the question and answers. Let me briefly describe the Cambium journey. As many of you know, we came out of Motorola about 5.5 years back. There were two words we focused on, or two strategies we focused on. Number one, innovation. Number two, velocity of execution. So in terms of innovation, I think many of you have seen how in last 4.5 years or so, we have introduced new products, whether it's point-to-point, point-to-multipoint, or Wi-Fi, or ePMP, tremendous innovation from Cambium. We introduced world's first 14x14 massive MU-MIMO product, which is amazingly backwards compatible with some of our subscriber modules in the field, so you can upgrade very easily. Tremendous innovation. We also focused on velocity of execution and made sure we have the engineers, we have the talent in the company which can execute fast. And that has given us the momentum, the success in the market. Let me briefly describe the vision. Our vision has not changed. The words have not changed in the last 4.5 years. Connect the unconnected. Connect the unconnected people, places, and things. And specifically, let me share with you what I like about it. I like the goodness it brings to the world. I like the goodness it brings in terms of connecting hospitals, schools, small businesses across the world. And we have rapidly become a wireless fabric company which really focuses on customer solutions, doesn't focus on L2 technology. It could be TDD, FDD, Wi-Fi, or emerging standards. It doesn't really matter. We focus on that wireless fabric, which can go from 2 meters to 245 kilometers, end-to-end, customer-focused solutions. Let me briefly describe some of the key milestones we have achieved as a company with your help and your support. We have shipped, since our inception, 6 million radios worldwide, cumulatively about $1.5 to $2 billion worth of revenue. We have connected about 100 million people across the world, many, many countries, approximately 150 countries across the world. We ship 95% of our products through two-tier channel. So channel plays a very important role in our success. And as a result, now the company can truly claim that wireless fabric can stretch from 2 meters to 245 kilometers without digging a single trench. No wires, very easy to deploy. And all these products I'm describing can be managed from a single pane of glass called CN Maestro, bird's eye view of all products. These are the innovations we have delivered by consistently spending significant money in our R&D, in our engineering. At this point, 65% of Cambium revenue every quarter comes from products introduced in the last 3 years. So that gives you a flavor of how fast we are innovating, how we are reinventing ourselves. So this Cambium wireless fabric is a resilient, secure, and highly performant networking solution. And as I said earlier, we're very focused on making sure our customer can get their jobs done and not worry about the complexities of L2, complexities of networking. As a company, we focus on affordable quality, but to provide affordability, there has to be a lot of innovation. because we never sacrifice quality. You can always expect fantastic quality from Cambium Networks. So I would like to again thank all of you for all your encouragement, your support, your tremendous amount of just filling our sail with the wind. And we are succeeding as a company, and I want to express our gratitude to you. With that, I would like to introduce Vibhu Vivek. Vibhu is our Senior Vice President of Products, and he's going to go into the details of CNPilot 2.0, the flexible adaptive architecture. Vibhu?
Thanks, Atul. Hi. As Atul said, I'm a Senior Vice President of Products in Cambium. I take care of all the R&D, global R&D for all the products in Cambium. But Wi-Fi is a special passion for me. This is 14th year for me doing Wi-Fi. And I always thought that Wi-Fi has been made more expensive than what it needs to be, more complex than what it needs to be. And thus, we have made CNPilot simple, easy to deploy, easy to manage, while bringing affordability with quality. We have made it frictionless, adaptive architecture. Folks, I just came back from a channel partner conference in APAC, and I heard a great deployment that was done there. And I want to share with you before I start. You know, Everest is the peak of the world, and if you are on the Everest, you are on the top of the world, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, with our friends' help, Everest Link, CNPilot 500 is deployed on the Everest base camp. It is being backhauled by our point-to-point product 650, about 98 kilometers link, providing more than 200 megabits of capacity to the Everest base camp. With our deployment of CNPilot on Everest base camp, we are on our journey to the top of the world, and this is all because of your support. With that, let me walk you through the agenda. I know some of you are new to CNPilot, so I'll walk you through the CNPilot. First, Cambium wireless fabric. What are we introducing? How are we making the portfolio more exciting? How we are enhancing the CNPilot portfolio? Some of the deployment examples. Then I'll briefly go over our architecture, frictionless, adaptive architecture, and finally CNPilot 2.0 features. And very proud of it, very excited about bringing the CNPilot 2.0 features. And lastly, towards the end of the presentations, I will come back and participate in the question and answer session. So, we in Cambium make wireless fabric. What do I mean by wireless fabric? If we are making a wireless fabric for Wi-Fi, this is what it looks like. I'll draw your attention to the bottom of the slide. Towards the left is the long distance point-to-point link. Right? These are, imagine a distance of hundreds of kilometers. Right? So we bring networks, point-to-point devices are used to bring network to a distance of hundreds of kilometers. Then our point to multi-point, which brings it to 5-10 kilometers distance, right? From a tower to home to businesses to remote locations to roads, everywhere. And then at the end, the last 2 meters to hundreds of meters is our Wi-Fi access points at home or in outdoor environment as well as in the enterprise indoor. All these three parts are being managed by one common management, CN Maestro, which is both cloud managed as well as you can have a NOC version. Our vision of CN Maestro is a life cycle management system, from planning to network management to being the Wi-Fi controller to support, warranty, everything into one. That's what CN Maestro's promise is. So, what are we introducing? We released CNPilot in 2015, 2016, we built on top of it. What we delivered was a disruptive value. Quality at low cost, right? And with that, we also made it simple, easy, secure, scalable cloud. That That's what CNPilot 1.0. The exciting things which we are bringing with CNPilot 2.0 are we are introducing some premium grade Wi-Fi access point, still at low cost. We are also making the operations richer and easier, things like autopilot, which helps you manage multiple of access points with one access point acting like a controller, PCI compliance, rogue AP detection, and lot of you are managing multiple accounts. We are bringing features so that you can manage multiple of these accounts easily. You can create reports, you could do APIs, use our APIs to create analytics and management, and have a consolidated view of all accounts or one account at a time, all those things. So, making it a lot easier if you are a very large MSP or if you are a very small SI trying to become an MSP. So, this is what our portfolio is today. E400, which is our indoor 2x2 11 AC wave 1 product. E500 is 11 AC wave 1 again outdoor product, all this with integrated antenna, and then ePMP 1000 hotspot is our single radio very low cost product for outdoor. On the right hand side you will see R200, R201, these are our home routers which are also capable of providing ATA so that you can provide voice services, as well as PoE out so that you can connect your subscriber module on the top of the roof and bring the WAN connectivity to the R200s or 201s. This is what it is today, and we are making it lot bigger. This is what it looks like with this launch. 7 new products getting launched. On the left hand side you will see lot of wave 2 products, and I'll go each of them one by one later, but some sectorized antenna products for outdoor so that you can beam farther, you can beam in a sectorized area, then a wall plate, and as well as a very low cost home router product. This apart, we are introducing some cool features. Puneet will do some demo, and I will also walk through some of these features later, the MSP tool, the reports, the autopilot, and some rich APIs. But before I do that, let me walk you through the architecture. We call it FAA, Frictionless Adaptive Architecture. There are primarily 3 key tenets of it. Number 1, frictionless rapid deployment. How do we make it rapid? With our integrated wireless backhaul, you don't have to dig trenches if you do not have Ethernet or cable available there. We, with our zero touch configuration and provisioning, we make it quicker. Adaptive easy operation, we don't want you to change your network, whether it's centralized or distributed, or you don't want a controller, you know, we fit it into your network. We don't want to change your network, and I'll walk you through what I mean by that. Auto tune, this is a feature which we have advanced in a big way in CNPilot 2.0, where the system changes itself to the changing environment. If the spectrum changes, so does the system. Changes its power, changes the channel, band, whatever, right? So, we have made it automatic. And Easy Detect, which I am very proud of, is a tool which gives you whole end-to-end wireless network view and all the information right on your fingertips so that you can troubleshoot quickly. And lastly, making it affordable with quality. You know, we have been developing point to multi-point products for tens of years. And if you look at the architecture of point to multi-point products, it's not very different than what a Wi-Fi access point looks like. We learned how to make it cost-effective solution, and that's what we have applied in our Wi-Fi product. Our cloud is, we are providing our cloud management free with basic features, because we have made it very efficient, very scalable, so that we can do it. We are using all the modern tools. So that's how we have made it affordable and yet keeping the quality. Let's look at them a little bit more in depth one by one. Frictionless rapid deployment. I talked about, you know, wireless backhaul. If this street was to be wired, you know the ordeal of that. I don't have to go through that, as opposed to putting a point to multi-point system, our mesh links, connecting all the Wi-Fi products through our subscriber module or meshes, and you can get that done very, very rapidly. Zero touch configuration and provisioning. The Wi-Fi access point comes to the warehouse and you ship it without opening the boxes to the deployment places. It is powered up when it's up and running. We have made easy access. This tool which gets guest access commissioning very, very simple, very quick, and I'll walk you through how it works. And lastly, this is the code which I love, because this is what the promise of CNPilot is. 60 APs deployed in 5 hours. That is what CNPilot does. This is how rapid CNPilot deployment is. Adaptive easy operation. As I said before, you don't have to change network. Whether you're a centralized network, you can use our controller-based systems where you can tunnel your traffic to the controller. You can be distributed network managed by the cloud, or you don't need either of them. You don't want cloud management, you don't want controller. One access point can work like a controller. Easy tune. When your environment changes, so does the AP changes its configuration so that it can work and optimize the use of the available environment. Easy detect is a tool which provides end-to-end network view and as well as knobs to get to the data to problem area very quickly. And single pane of glass, managing end-to-end network with one pane. Affordability with quality. We make in Cambium robust products. There is no better example than running on Everest base camp, as well as in the deserts of Rajasthan in India, where the temperature goes up to 50 degrees Celsius and where the environment is dusty. We work in both extremes. We also work in tough RF terrain, because all our outdoor products have LTE filters so that it does not get disturbed with the small cells. Auto tune helps in the changing RF environment. We are also introducing high gain antennas so that you can go over the noise floor, and thus we are able to work in the tough RF environment. We are running in Brazil Carnival last year. It's a dense scalability is needed there to run, and we provide that. And it is not only rough festival, it is also rough from RF point of view, and we fared very well there. Lastly, when you run into issues, we provide forum, you have emails, and yes, you can call. We have 24/7 support. Our architecture provides a lot of redundancy. We use distributed processing, distributed messaging, and that makes it massively scalable and redundant. So we make robust product. While we make robust product, we make high performance. This is one of our partner who did a study where he has put 100 YouTube streams through single E400, all running smoothly. And yet we did a calculation of 20 indoor Wi-Fi access points being deployed. We are 1/3 to 1/4 the cost of our competition, right? So we make robust product, high performing product at a fraction of cost. That's the promise of CNPilot. So with your help, with one and a half year, we have spread pretty widely. This is a capture from our cloud controller and the density of deployments in various countries, and we have spread. Let's look at some of the examples. This is Ramos Arizpe in Mexico. 20,000 users, 15 square kilometers. We have deployed about 200 CNPilot E500s. And if I draw your attention to the right side of the picture, you will see a ePMP Force 180 subscriber module, which brings the network, which brings the broadband, and through which is connected a CNPilot E500. And actually CNPilot E500 is also, through its PoE out, is also powering the ePMP Force 180, right? So makes the deployment a lot quicker, lot simpler. We could do these projects being deployed very rapid speed. Another example of outdoor deployments, this is in Lesbos, Greece. A point-to-point link brings the network there. Then we spread the network through our ePMP, point-to-multi-point links. At the end of each of the subscriber module, a Wi-Fi access point is connected. And you can see In the picture here, these Wi-Fi access points and the subscriber modules are powered by a very small solar panel, because our Wi-Fi products and as well as EPMP does not consume lot of power, right. So, this makes the deployment quicker. Here is another example, in a condominium complex in Bend, Oregon, 60 APs in 5 hours, indoor access points here. Educational deployments, we have done a number of schools, here 5 school campuses in Plymouth School District. In India, we have done 6 large universities, some of them we won against Aruba, Ruckus, 500, 600 AP type of deployments. We have done also home routers deployments, about 50,000 home routers, and this is how it looks. You have on the right hand side, you will see a subscriber module on the top of the roof that brings the WAN link to the Wi-Fi router, and the Wi-Fi router is also providing power to the subscriber module. We also provide ATA ports so that you can provide voice services as well. So, all 3, the WAN, broadband services, the voice services and local area network, all 3 in 1, makes it a lot more efficient. Holiday Inn in Bali, they chose us because our guest access was simple and easy to deploy. A retail chain, here they were doing a video streaming over Wi-Fi. They liked our performance on video streaming, as well as we handled the client density very well, and that is why we were chosen. And lastly, we are the first vendor to be certified with Facebook's Internet Express. And we also are very happy with the way Facebook is propagating and trying to put networks out there in the remote areas. This goes with our theme, connecting the unconnected. We have in last 6 months or so, we have 6 ISPs in APAC, 3 in Africa, who standardized on CNPilot, and it is growing every day. And we have over 2,000 hotspots deployed in those remote locations. We have hundreds of villages where we have brought in Wi-Fi to the village people, and this is because our Cambium backhaul makes, from the next train station, which is where the network is available, 20 kilometer, bring the network through our Cambium backhaul, put Wi-Fi at CNPilot and manage it through one place. That is what made it simple, and that is why the ISPs are liking and standardizing in us. So, with some of these examples, let us look at what is exciting in CNPilot 2.0. We have expanded our auto tune features. I will walk you through one by one, and how cool is it. Band steering. When you have a client which is dual band capable and it tries to join your access point, the access point thinks whether this client should join on 2.4 or 5, which is more efficient, where it will get the higher throughput, where the network will get disturbed less, and in this case the access point selects 2.4 and it connects with the client, right. No user intervenes, no configuration, everything done automatically. In the left bottom, you will see dynamic channel selection. As you know, the spectrum is a scarce thing. Finding a clean channel is difficult, right. The access point does find a clean channel, and as you can see in the left hand side picture, there is a valley. The access point automatically selects where to coincide the channel with the valley, right. But as you know, the environment is not static, it does changes, and in this case it did change and the value moved towards the bottom, but access point notices it, moves the channel to coincide with where the valley is, where there is least amount of noise. Again, this is not a user intervention, this is the system does it automatically. We also support airtime fairness, so that we do not give equal number of times or opportunities for slower client and faster client to send packets. We give equal amount of time. So, in the same time where a slower client can send 1 packet, the faster client send 3 packets, and thus when you enable this, you are able to send more number of packets as shown in the picture in the bottom, and your whole capacity of network improves. And lastly, we also support dynamic power adjustment. What does it mean? So, suppose you have 5 access point deployed as I am showing in the picture here on the right bottom. And suppose your central access point dies for some reason, and that will create a coverage hole, as I am showing here. In the middle there is no coverage. The neighboring access points are smart enough to discover it, increase their power and cover that hole. Right. Now, I know that there are some other vendors who do some of all these features as well, but there is something unique what we do. Whether you have a controller or do not have a controller, all these features work. Right. Our access points are smart enough to know the neighborhood and able to make decisions collectively. Next feature, FA controller adapts to your network. As I said earlier, we do not want you to change network. We want to fit into your network. If you are a distributed network, distributed over geography, a beverage chain all over the country, and you want to manage it from a central location, you can use Cambium cloud or your private cloud. But if you are a campus or you are a very security prone guy who doesn't want the traffic to go out, want to bring all the traffic, tunnel traffic to your controller, we support that. We can run our VMs on your server farm, or we are also actually providing our own controller appliance as well. So you can do that. And lastly, autopilot. If you don't want a new hardware in your network, if you do not want cloud, then autopilot is an option where one access point can act like a controller and manage 32 other access points. And Puneet will walk you through the demo, and you will see how capable these small little access points are and how much it can do just from this small little access point. Reports. So today we support text reports, comma separated, pipe separated, and you can use tools like BI to go and plot your graphical part. We are also providing you features which can do graphical reports. You can select the time, last week, last day, last month. You can select different types of report, whether you want to do inventory, alarm, performance. You can select number of items, as well as you can also select the context, whether you want the report for the site, for the WLAN, for the AP group, whatever. We provide that flexibility and it creates a PDF. Right. But we want to take it a step further. If you are on a vacation and if you are managing 10 of those accounts, you want these reports to be sent. We provide customizable graphical reports as well. What do I mean by customizable? You can fix up a day every first Monday of the month. If you selected that, every first, and you have selected, put down the emails of the people whom you want to send these reports will be sent out every Monday to these people automatically. So while you are vacationing, your system is working, your customers are thinking you are working very hard. MSP tool, you are a service provider. If you are a big service provider or a small SI with 10 accounts, we provide tools like which helps you manage tens of accounts, view all these summary of all these accounts from one pane. You can also dedicate your resources on each account and look at one account at a time also. This apart, we also let you customize the view so that when if your customer wants to view their account, they don't see Cambium networks. You can put down your logo, and when they look at this view, they see your logo in there, right? So whether you are a big MSP, whether you are a small SI, we make it look alike. We make it simple for you. We are building on our ecosystem partnership. Some of you are using this. We are ever growing and will keep on growing. If you need us to partner with somebody, and if you have need, let us know. We will be willing to work with you and increase this further. Now let's look at the portfolio. As I talked earlier, 200 and 201, these are the shipping products which are 11N and 11AC, wave 1 respectively. We do have an option of putting a PoE out so that you can power your subscriber modules. It has an option of putting ATA so that you can provide voice services. We are introducing on your request a very, very low cost single radio, single band 11N product as well. The list price, I am talking about list price, is $40 without voice and $60 with voice. Outdoor portfolio. We are so happy with our E500, it's doing really well. I'm so happy with the deployments across the world in different situations, very tough environments, some of them I went through with you. And it has, as I said earlier, these are IP67 grade, it has built-in LTE filters, it has PoE out, it can support 16 SSID, 256 users. We are introducing a 501S, this is 90 to 120 degree. Same hardware capabilities with a higher gain antenna 11 to 14 dBi, and we are also introducing some tilt bracket with it so that you can tilt it. And later in the year we are also bringing 512S, which will be a 30 degree sector, so that you can go into very narrow area, and it has a very high gain. So, if you are in a very tough situation in a city environment, you can put this. It has 17 dBi gain antenna in 5 gigahertz. I will go over the 501S more in detail in the next slide. This is how it looks, exactly the same shell as 500, but with a tilt bracket. If I draw your attention to the bottom line, antenna gain of 10 to 12 dBi, with that gain you can reach quite a distance. In a non-noisy environment, I am talking about 1 to 1.5 kilometer. Also, you will see there is a 23 dBm front to back ratio. We make our own antenna, we have a design center for antenna, and we made it high gain, so that as well as high front to back. This means that you are able to hear in the front side lot more than what you can hear from the back. You are almost deaf from the back, anything coming from the back, and thus you can put back to back 3 of these access points and cover a whole circle around it. Right. There is another way to deploy, is outside in. You can deploy on the periphery. Actually, we are deploying in some of the national parks as we speak, the E501S, and it is beaming from outside in. And because of the high gain, it sometimes passes through some of the foliage and penetrate quite a bit. Outside in is particularly helpful for parks and foresty areas, because on the periphery you have power and Ethernets and other things available. This we are priced at list price $499 without PoE and $525 with PoE. Indoor, till now we were on wave 1 product, E400, the shipping product is 256 users, 16 SSIDs, 2x2. We are introducing E410, which is again 2x2, 256 users, 16 SSID, similar type of antenna pattern as 400, so that you can mix it in your network. And then E600, the premium grade, it has it is 4x4, 11 AC wave 2. These are all beam forming capable, 2 ports, BLE, and I'll walk more details on it. This apart, we are also introducing into wall plate. These wall plates will have 18 dPi gain, pretty decent gain. From one room you can cover 4 or 5 rooms. PoE out, where you can connect your phone. We are putting facilities so that you can put it in wall as well as you can put it on your desk. And so 4 ports so that you can connect phone, TV and other things. Let's look at 410. This is how it looks, kind of keeping the theme of 400, where it is simple, easy, elegant. We have made the curvatures a little different, make it look like a little more edgy. One LED which changes light for different conditions. On the back side it's a blue color, giving it a little bit of style. Made the gap a little bigger so that we can insert the Ethernet cable easily. T-bar holders, wall mount anchors, Kensington lock, all those things are put has been, and as well as shoes so that you can put it on desk. This we are pricing at $195 without PoE injector and $220 with PoE injector. E600, this is a beefier product. We can do 32 SSIDs and 512 users, 4x4. You can do a lot of beamforming with it, MU-MIMO with it. On the back hand side, very much similar look and feel of E410, about a centimeter bigger from all sides. It has 2 gigabit ports, so that you can daisy chain connect another device with it, or connect another access point with it. It has or also you can trunk it to get more bandwidth. USB as well as a BLE, which will beacon for your locationing and other applications. This is priced at $325 without PoE injector and $345 with PoE injector. So folks, I'm very excited about these products. I want to walk you, win more with you with these products and serve more of your needs. And as I said, this is what the portfolio looked like before today, and this is how richer we are going to make. So with that, I'd like to invite Judy McCall. She is our leader for channels for North America for Wi-Fi programs, and she will walk you through of our channels and the businesses, how we will be doing. I will come back at the end towards the question and answer session. Judy.
Thank you, Vibhu. What an exciting day at Cambium Networks, CNPilot 2.0. We can compete against the best of the best, and I challenge you to think about that. But if you want more information, Vibhu did a great job of going over all of our products. But a lot of people want spec sheets, different things. So where do I learn about Cambium Networks? Where do I buy Cambium Networks products? Let's find out. Well, the first thing that you can do is come to the Cambium Networks website, and you can learn where to buy, all about our products, get case studies, get YouTube videos, and learn everything about CNPilot 2.0 in detail. It's all up there on the website. We've done a tremendous job of making sure you are armed and ready to sell our products in the marketplace, and that you can price these products and we can deliver. So I encourage you to go to the Cambium website and look at that today. Now on the website itself, you will also find that we sell through partners. So we really value our channel partners. So on the website, you can also look at partner webinar dates, our Cambium webinars. We give over 10 of these a month, so you can learn about CNPilot 2.0, EPMP, any of our point-to-point, point-to-multipoint, also our global events. Where are our partner channel forums? In North America, we're having a large partner forum at the beginning of August. So we'll be sending out save the dates very soon for that. Local events, 6 city tours. We just had a great partner event in Mexico. We had one also in Thailand last week. Go to YouTube. We have regional and country managers that can give you information also. Where do you buy? Well, we sell through channels. We're proud to say that 95% of our business goes through channels today. We are a channel company. We are not a direct company. Some of our competitors are, but we believe in the channel. Channels give our customers the care that they need, and they give in-depth experience. When you're looking at Wi-Fi, maybe you're not in a Wi-Fi practice today, but you want to be, they can help you with design, they can help you with tips and tricks, they can help you with where training is, so they're a wealth of knowledge for us to help bring products to market. So they're also optimized. Our channels, our distribution channels, purchase product, they stock product, they give technical support, they give customer support, so they're a great value to you and to us at Cambium Networks. So you buy through distribution and our local partners. So we have programs to deliver to end user customers and also to partners. Training programs, just like we had a little invitation on this and a session on CNPilot 2.0 today. You might want more in-depth technical programming. And we have that through Cambium Networks programming partner training. We also have our distributors who provide training. We have the distributors have complementary products that can add to your Wi-Fi networks, to your point-to-point, point-to-multipoint. Maybe it's solar panels you want to use. They have those kinds of products. Maybe it's towers. They have all that for you. They have industry experience. On our training, we have training for end users. We have training for our partners that they give to end users, and we deliver training here at Cambium Networks. So support, everybody wants to know, where is the support coming from? It's very important for a customer to know that they have support. So from Cambium Networks, we have regional sales managers, we have regional technical managers, we have channel account managers, we have country managers. Technical support, yes, we have 24/7 support. We are not an online support company. We have live technical support. We have advanced support programs too, like Cambium Care. And we do have a wonderful community forum. So I suggest everybody get on the community forum. It's a great place to learn. It's a great place to interact with your peers, with Cambium Network product managers. So check out our community forum. Join the Cambium family. We have more than 15 years of wireless experience. We are a wireless company. We have solutions deployed around the world. 6 million radios, 130 plus countries that we are in. We know what we are doing in the wireless space. We're leading in the indoor and outdoor. I mean, the Mount Everest story is wonderful. To see our outdoor AP, our E500 on the base camp, helping all of those campers trying to get to the top of the world so they can communicate with their families while they're sleeping in their tents, thinking about tomorrow, will I get to go to the next level on Mount Everest? We lead in innovation, but we are affordable and we provide a quality product. And we have a wireless fabric for you. Please go to our website and apply to become a Cambium partner. The time is now. And now I'd like to introduce Puneet Bhatta. He is our Senior Director of Engineering. He's in charge of the innovation and the quality of these products, and he's going to give you a demo on our Maestro platform. Puneet?
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Ray. So we'll bring up a quick demo of our management solutions. Here at Cambium Networks, the CNPilot APs can be managed with CN Maestro, which is our network manager and wireless controller. They can also be managed, as we mentioned, using Autopilot, where one access point can act as a controller for other APs. We'll begin with a demo of CN Maestro. CN Maestro is available both in cloud as well as an on-premises version. So depending on how you wish to install, you can install and run CN Maestro. When we log into CN Maestro, we start with a dashboard page. The dashboard is a big bird's eye view of your whole network. And from there, you can start drilling down into any part of your network. In this case, after the system, you can look at AP groups. AP groups is a feature in CN Maestro that allows you to configure access points at one go. So you can create a group of access points, make a common configuration, and that common config can then be pushed out to all of these APs. This provides the scale that CN Maestro promises to customers. So anywhere from 10 APs to thousands of APs, it makes it very easy to set up the config and to push out that configuration. In addition to AP groups, CN Maestro has the concept of a site. A site is when you have a number of APs co-located and you usually want to see how your network is doing as a whole. So site is really your wireless network. So for instance, we would collect all the information of all the access points on that network, all the clients on that network, how the APs are doing, how the clients are doing, your network performance, key statistics, all of that is available at the site dashboard in CN Maestro. In addition to network management, CN Maestro also has a built-in captive portal. So this is an example of a captive portal page where if you want to set up guest services or if you want to provide hotspot services, it can be either free or commercial. You can now have a customized web page in CN Maestro. You can customize everything from the text, the colors, the fonts, the background image. And you can also, in addition to free service, if you wish to have a paid service, we have a payment gateway that's integrated into CN Maestro. So there are multiple options for public Wi-Fi or even guest access that are all built into CN Maestro. So it's much more beyond just a network manager. In addition to CN Maestro, as Vibhu mentioned, we now have another access point management solution. It's called Autopilot, where you can take one access point and convert that into a controller, and that access point can then configure and control up to 31 other APs. So in this case, this is the dashboard of the controller access point, and I'm viewing statistics of all the other APs, all the clients on that network, all from the single pane of glass. In addition to just the statistics, we also find out things like the top clients, so the busiest APs on the network, the busiest clients on the network, how is your channel distribution across your site, so we could graphs for that. So all of that information is available at the dashboard. The other thing that we do in Autopilot is, in addition to just collecting statistics, events, and presenting them, the access point will analyze these events. So we look for what we call anomalies, which can be odd things on the network that you might have to otherwise dig through a lot of statistics to figure out. We try to bring that out and show that on one single dashboard. So for instance, if you have an access point with large number of clients connected, or if you have an access point where the Ethernet port has auto-NEC to 100 Mbps instead of a gig. So what might look like a wireless throughput problem and might take a lot of digging through to find out it was actually a cabling issue, the Autopilot AP will automatically detect and flag that out for you. So we are adding intelligence on top of the statistics that we collect. One other thing I wanted to show you was the time view feature in in Autopilot. What we have seen is if there are issues on the network, there are usually 2 or 3 symptoms that you would need to look at and correlate. So time view makes all of that correlation very easy. On a single pane, you can see up to 6 graphs, and this includes things like client count, CPU, memory utilization, the rate of events, and at any point in time, you can look at what was the value of all of these 6 items. So instead of looking at a particular statistic in a sort of single view, you now have a correlated view at one shot, and that can help you troubleshoot and find the root cause very fast. So this was a quick overview of Autopilot and CN Maestro. They are all available for download. Autopilot will be launching at the end of May. CN Maestro is available now on cloud.cambiumnetworks.com and also available for download from support.cambiumnetworks.com. Thank you. I know we have had a lot of questions coming in, so Ray, if you can please come on board. Ray is our marketing manager here at Cambium and can help us with the Q&A. Thanks, Ray.
Great, thank you, Puneet. Thank you everybody for joining us today. Certainly, as Judy mentioned, we have our Cambium Networks community where you can actually join in the conversation with thousands of network operators around the world. These are network operators who deployed each of our wireless fabric pieces to connect from 2 meters all the way out to 245 kilometers. And I know it's one thing to hear from the vendor talk about our solutions. It's completely something else to hear the emotional stories about people who've connected the unconnected in their world. And what I'd like to do now is open up our community. So if you want to go there, you can post any questions that you have. It's easy to get there and it's very free. All you have to do is go to community.cambiumnetworks.com. And on the right-hand side, what you'll see is a banner there with a CNPilot logo. Just click on that. It'll drop you right to the thread where you can post your questions. In the meantime, as we've gone to develop a lot of the messaging around CNPilot 2.0, we did have some typical questions that came up and a few that came in on Facebook this morning. So what I'd like to do is invite Vibhu Vivek, our Senior Vice President of Products, to join me. And Vibhu, we did have, the first question we have is, if I buy or install a home router, can I manage it with CN Maestro?
Absolutely. CN Maestro manages all the device. It manages your home router as well as your outdoor or indoor products equally.
Great. One question we did have, I know you talked about Autopilot a little bit. Can you give us some detail on how does Autopilot work? Does it work on both the indoor E400 and the outdoor E500 series?
Absolutely. Again, so it is backward compatible. It does work on E400, E500, ePMP hotspot, E410, all E series product, enterprise class product, it works. It does not work on the R series, the home routers, but it does work on all E series products.
So for example, if somebody has already deployed an E400, it would work.
Absolutely. It can work in the mixed environment as well. So you can have one E400 manage several E500s and some E410s and E600s. It is in a mixed environment. It can work as well. So it doesn't need to be a a uniform network. It can be mixed and matched. You can have 500, 400, 600, all of them, and one of those could be chosen as autopilot.
Excellent. And if you do have any detailed questions on your particular application or network, please post them at community.cambiumnetworks.com and go to the CNPilot thread that we have there. Oh, here's a good one. How did you make your CNPilot solution low cost?
Yeah, I do get asked this question quite a lot, especially when I'm in front of customers, that yeah, your product looked good, how did you make it low cost? So there is not one thing in it. There are multiple things. It's kind of combination of three, if I have to say. One is a lot of learning with our point-to-point, point-to-multi-point products, which we have done for over the years. That makes it low cost, right? And we invested in it, we learned it over the period, and we are putting that. Number two is using the modern tools. We are, unlike some of our competitors, we are using modern tools. Our codes are not 15-year-old. They are modern code using newer, nimble code. That makes it faster. To give you an example, our cloud uses all the modern code. So cost of running, managing one device is a lot less, and that's why we are able to provide zero cost cloud management for the basic features free. And number thing, some of the smart designs, like we in our CNPilot 500, it's an integrated antenna, pretty powerful antenna. What does it do? If you had an external antenna, you have a cost of cable, cost of terminal, more failure points, all those are avoided. It's built in. Same mechanical, same casing, it's built in, no other mechanical is needed also. So not only it looks elegant, it becomes low cost. So some smart design, some legacy learnings, and lastly, using modern tools. We don't have these tens of millions of lines spaghetti code reaching over tens of years.
Great, and this just in from the community. I think you saw that slide over there. What is the range of the new outdoor sector AP, and that is the E501S, that has a 90 to 120 degree coverage when used outdoors? Specifically, this person says he's using it in a rural location.
Yep. So we did a calculation with actually a cell phone, and anywhere between the range for one device could be about 0.5 to 0.75 kilometers. But as you know, it is also a function of environment. It is also a function of your client. It's more of a function of a client from upstream point of view, because when you're going downstream, you have a lot of power, a lot of antenna gain, and you can pass through. But the clients are not able to reach that distance. And that's why we have put higher gain antenna. The advantage of higher gain antenna is the antenna is bidirectional. If it is able to beam through lot, it is also able to hear more. Right?
Good point there.
Yes. So that's why it helps. That's why it helps in going long distances and able to catch signal from long distances.
Excellent. Boy, it must be a great webinar. Somebody's already asking, is the E410 and E600, are they shipping right now?
Not yet. We are on the final stage. E410 would be shipping in June 2nd week, and E600 in July 2nd week.
So this summer you can have them up?
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
Looking good. Both the products in our testing and as well as in beta are looking very good.
Yeah, and obviously whenever you have our products, we certainly appreciate if you can share your experience, both with screenshots on the speed dials and also installation photographs. You can post those to our community at your stories, and we just love to get those. Or if you want to take a look at some of the ones that are installed around the world, they're all posted there too. Here comes a question about CN Maestro. How many modules will a CN Maestro be able to manage?
You put a number. We don't put a limit. A CN Maestro is scalable. You can add in servers and run as many devices as you need. We are today running hundreds and thousands of devices on CN Maestro Cambium Cloud. It depends on how much resources you put on your cloud or in the server farm. There's no limitation. It's massively scalable.
And already.
And the reason is actually I wanted
sorry.
to go a little bit deeper. The reason is when we started this program, we started it with a view of managing millions of devices, because that's the scalability we want to reach. Our goal is to connect the unconnected, people, places, as well as things, and there are going to be a lot of things in the world. So CN Maestro is built to manage millions.
Great, and we've already got some network operators already have thousands deployed. You can find them also on our community. And one of the deals we've got going is that once you've actually got 1,000 modules under management with CN Maestro, just post that to the community, post a screenshot of that, and we'll send you a free Cambium t-shirt. Okay, one last question that came in. Does the captive portal have built-in authentication?
Yes, absolutely. It has a built-in authentication. Actually, we have a whole voucher system as well, which you can do and print or email, and yes, it does provide built-in authentication.
Great, thank you. Thank you everybody for joining us. Certainly there are many more questions and that you may have, many other experiences that you may want to share. We invite you to get as much information as you can off the Cambium Networks website today. And certainly if you want to interact, all of us will actually be on the community monitoring and answering your posts. So just go to community.cambiumnetworks.com. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at a future webinar.
Thank you.